So what we're talking about are 5 trends to look for in 2019. The first trend that we are going through is the Generation Z audience. So this audience are people who are born from 1995 onwards. They are starting to make a presence in the workforce and earning their own income. Currently, they make up 2.52 billion people in the population. Some demographic descriptions about this audience is that they're technologically savant, they do a lot of online research, and they're very focused on being an entrepreneur and innovative. And so with that, they like to have experience their day-to-day lifestyle in a very authentic and original way. With this audience, they have always been connected to social media, been connected to online. They don't know a life without the smartphone. It can serve as a third hand to them. So with that, they have short attention span. They're easily distracted. They only like to see short videos, image sequence, bite-size clippings, and move on in a very quick, attention-grabbing way. With that, they also like to feel, though, with those short videos and image sequences, that it's real and it's personal, but also very casual yet informative. So with that, the Gen Z, as I mentioned, they don't know a world without Google, Apple, Facebook, and Amazon, and so they look at payments in a very different way than the other generations. As I mentioned, the smartphone serves as a third hand, so they are doing all their activity over the phone, including their banking. So one thing that you will need to think about, especially going into this year, since a lot of these individuals are paying for their bills, is digital wallets. This is a common financial institution for Generation Z, so thinking about Venmo, PayPal that has been around a while, but especially payment functions like Venmo are very influencing factors, and this is very important to the younger consumers that they're able to pay their bills this way. One thing that's also very interesting about the Gen Z audience is that when they make a payment, they also want to be rewarded for that. So having a loyalty program, even having discounts, offers available to this generation and reward them for when they make a payment on time or for when they get ahead of a payment, they want to see that reward. One thing that's very interesting that you can see on the screen is that they don't care who the banking institution is. 28% of them believe that all banking providers are the same. The other piece that's interesting is that half of them will do banking face-to-face, but rely on that digital wallet for easy transactions. 31% believe that they will not need to rely on banks in the future. As you look at institutions like Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, they're starting to make a forefront into the market and don't need to rely on a Chase or a Bank of America. Now we'll move on to what we call proactive customer service. A lot of individuals will contact you if there's an issue regarding an outage or a usage problem or problem with their bills, but really what will drive loyalty to your company is having that proactive customer service. This, in translate, will give you the recognition of having great customer service. You will be received as a more favorable brand if you offer this proactive customer service, and that includes sending notifications ahead of time over email or text, depending on your customer's notification preference. Also including updates on usage and outages over social media, getting ahead versus waiting until it actually happens and then notifying your customers. This all translates into a very proactive customer service, and in the long run, when given the option, a customer will stay with you because they will see this as great customer service. Our third trend that we're seeing is the self-serve. Think about what your customers do during the day. They're waiting in line for something. They're watching TV, cooking dinner. They're thinking about making last-minute purchases online. And so they want to be able to do things that are convenient for them at the touch of their finger and not have to rely on the typical standard business hours. So with that, customers, when they're having issues, they want to be able to contact you when it's convenient for them and how it's convenient for them. And so that's over email, and that's over, FaceTime or video chat or live chat, or even text messages or direct messages. They want to be able to contact you when it's convenient to them and then feel connected when there's a problem from them, and that's not only done between the typical business hours. What we've seen is about approximately 72% of customers are going online to serve themselves, but only 52% are finding the information they're searching for. So implementing a self-service strategy can help your customers solve their problems quickly. With building that self-service strategy can help reduce operational costs, have your customer service reps actually focus on matters that need to be affected, whether it's related to a refund or investigating a problem related to a bill. It can also drive more personalized customer experience. So again, the customer is telling you how they want to be contacted, when they want to contact you, and you can evaluate and monitor when those experiences are happening, which will help increase engagement. And this can also be, the self-service capabilities can be cross-channel, so it doesn't have to be just over email. It doesn't just have to be over a kiosk machine or online. You can multitask and have it over different channels. So again, it's customized how the customer wants to receive and actually access information. Another big thing that we're seeing too is having available online a knowledge base. It's tailored to their needs. It's answering the FAQ questions that are relevant to them. And they want to be able to find that online, not having to access a customer service rep in person or through a live chat just to find out an answer that could have been done with a couple clicks. But your customer service reps are still very important, because if the customers do need to speak to you, they want to, and they want to know that they're available for access for more immediate, urgent needs. Now we'll go into payments. We touched on this briefly with the Gen Z audience, but overall, payments are evolving and changing with the introduction of digital wallets, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal. Consumers will always use traditional payment methods such as snail mail, pay by phone, and in person, especially with the older generations like the baby boomers and the Gen X's. But you can also improve your satisfaction and approval ratings having these multi-outlets to make payments and having it be consistent. So whether you're going to, whether your customers are going in person to pay for a bill, or going on their phone, or even going on their laptop to pay, providing that consistent experience will make it easy to adopt and be easier for your customers to be educated on how to make a payment. Also, with payments, having it available online or on phone, it should be instant. So people have grown accustomed to having access to everything on demand. 85% of Gen Xers say real-time payment delivery is very important. 93% of millennials agree. And then Gen Z, as we've highlighted, who want that instant gratification, allowing your payment systems to provide real-time payment to their account will not only keep the customer happy, but situations do arise, and if they run into an issue where their account has the potential of being shut down or closed, the payment can show real time, and this will prevent any further interruption into the customer's daily life. And so what does that look like? So here's just a quick situation to paint the picture of what a real-time payment can look like. So here we have John go onto the website of your organization that you sent the bill towards that he needs to make the payment. He sees the option to pay with a credit card, check, or RealTime. He selects pay RealTime. He then selects pay from checking account. So he types in his account information. And then automatically after his checking account information is posted, he receives a notification on his phone from his bank. And then he can use the fingerprint on most phones to authenticate and complete the payment that will then be posted not only from his bank account but also onto his account, so he doesn't have to worry about shutdown or have to worry about that the funds are not available in his account. And finally, omni-channel customer service. So this goes to the back end of your office where your customer service reps are addressing individual questions, individual concerns. They're monitoring over social, they're monitoring their emails, they're monitoring live chat, they're receiving phone calls. But they have to go into different systems, different tools to access that information, to understand the history of the account, to understand the current status of an account. And this can be overwhelming and also very cumbersome on the customer service rep. So with that, just because of the day-to-day repetitiveness and just the multitasking, this can be a burden onto the customer service rep. So what we've seen in a lot of companies is that there's historically high turnover rate because it just becomes too much of a routine, and they want to be challenged and want to feel that they're actually accomplishing something and not just checking things off of a list to boost morale. So to boost morale, how can we help these customer service reps do what they want to do, be more efficient, and actually spend time on cases that are, require the time, require the actual emotion, and feel that they have a sense of accomplishment. So with that, there are tools, and you'll see this more as the marketplace grows, that can actually improve employee engagement and satisfaction, that will drive greater productivity, can help decrease turnover, but then also help you as an organization with your operational costs. So you're keeping the same customer service reps, you're having them grow internally, go back, give back to the organization, but then also having a connection with the customer, which also drives loyalty. So happy employees will give you happy customers. Some of these things that you can see, if you minimize the number of tools that your customer service reps use, just narrow it down to one interface where employees can see all necessary information about a citizen, those interactions that the customers had with you, and also measure feedback and performance metrics in real time. Were the customers happy that you responded quickly? Was their solution or challenge solved in a timely manner? Did they receive a refund, in a timely manner, and were they passed off to many people to address the issue that could have been done with one person in 1 or 2 clicks? All of this, like I said, will keep your customer service reps happy. They won't have all the headaches of going back and forth between different systems, but they will also be able to provide a positive experience that will drive happy customers. So what does this mean to you? There are many different trends, but these were the 5 that we felt here at CityBase are very important and will make huge strides in 2019. But this doesn't have to be something you have to wait until you have budget for, or wait until you have the next quarterly meeting to implement. You can do that today. So here are some tips. On your look at your website. Are you allowing customers to create profiles that store information about them that can be used for an enhanced experience? Do you allow them to indicate when and how they want to pay? Do you indicate or give them the option of how they want to receive messages, and can you send those messages proactively? Those are things that you can actually do to your website today or tomorrow that can impact your 2019 customer loyalty. Another option, looking at your payments. Are you allowing customers to schedule payments or break up payments into more manageable payments? Are your payments posting to the account in real time? Look at those systems and how that is connecting, and see where you can make some inroads with your accounting team or your finance team to make those changes so your customers leave happy. And then, as we mentioned, with the omni-channel customer service, allow your customer service reps to use one system. Currently, look at and evaluate what systems are you using. Are they using an Excel document and then going into a customer service tool like Zendesk? Are they then having to go to the website and manage the live chat functionality? Creating that one system where they can easily review the account, research payments, or the account activity will create less of a hardship on your customer service reps, and that will make them feel efficient and overall happy going in day out, because they can spend more time on those bigger cases and know that it's not going to take up a lot of the time, and then ultimately, keeping their customers very happy and having a more positive engagement. And it also lets your customer service reps know in real time where they're spending their time. So you can monitor performance metrics, as I mentioned. You can also see like how many times a refund was issued, how many times there was a chargeback or duplicative payments. That can all be done in real time and not having to wait till the end of the quarter to see where those misses were and then hope to make changes. Those changes can be done immediately. So with that, I know that we had some technical issues at the beginning. Hopefully, going back, starting over, you guys got all the information that you needed. We are taking questions, but we will follow up after this webinar recording to address them and put you in touch with the right person if there's something specific you would like to address. So with that, I want to thank you for spending your time with us, especially during your lunch. We hope you're walking away with trends to implement in 2019. Please watch your email for the on-demand recording of this video to share with your colleagues. And please save the date and join us next month on March 19th for a webinar on retiring your legacy software. Thank you.